You ever look out at your own yard and think, wow, I really didn't expect today to go off the rails quite this fast? That was me. Right about the moment I saw two grown men, mind you, crawling across my lawn, wailing like they'd been run over by a cement truck, one sobbing, the other just repeating, "He's got a ram." The crazy bastard has an attack ram. Now, if you're wondering whether I was the crazy bastard in question, yeah, that was me. Mitchell Harper sitting on my porch, sweet tea in hand, rocking chair creaking, watching this little circus unfold with a kind of morbid amusement because honestly, if I didn't laugh, I might have just lost my mind right then and there. Let me set the stage for you because nothing about this was normal. I spent close to 20 years saving up for my dream 40 acres of pine-lined heaven lakefront ranch, morning mist rolling off the water like something from a postcard. The real estate lady pitched me hard on exclusive community and untouched natural beauty, which sure sounded great until you found out what she left out, namely the Homeowners Association, which had just crowned a new president, Patricia Kendall, a woman with all the warmth of a bucket of ice water and the attitude of a border patrol agent. If there's a scale for petty tyrants, she broke the damn thing marching around Pine Ridge Estates like she'd been appointed sheriff, mayor, and high priestess all in one. You know what I mean? Me! I'm just a simple guy. 15 years as a rodeo medic, then a stint as a farrier after my knees gave out. Just wanted some quiet in the company of my animals. There's Buck and Daisy, my border collies, 3 dwarf goats who keep the grass low, and then there's Carl, a 200-pound Rocky Mountain ram built like a tank, gentle as a kitten 90% of the time, but with a look in his eye that says, "I'll mind my business if you mind yours." Carl's kind of a legend around here. Rescued him from a busted petting zoo, and he's been my shadow ever since, follows me everywhere. Loves chin scratches, tolerates my corny jokes, and, well, has a certain attitude toward uninvited guests. You'd think moving out to the country would mean fewer headaches. But a week after settling in, I found my first welcome letter taped to a rake by the mailbox. Purple ink handwriting, aggressive enough to pierce metal. "Mr. Harper, you are harboring illegal livestock. Section 3.1A, ornamental pets only. Remove goats and horned monstrosity within 72 hours. Signed, Patricia Kendall, HOA president." Yeah, that happened. I read it, laughed so hard I nearly dropped my tea, then chucked it in the burn barrel because, see, my deed came with agricultural rights and no vinegar-soaked busybody was going to tell me otherwise. But Patricia wasn't the quitting kind. She came at me with a vengeance motion. Sensors sprouted along my fence like mushrooms after rain pointed right at my pasture. New complaints rolled in like clockwork goat noises called auditory assault. Carl's stretches branded aggressive displays my collies accused of running some kind of animal mafia. Each letter nuttier than the last, she even threatened to summon the HOA Animal Compliance Division, which, far as I could tell, was just her and a folder of fake ordinances. I kept every letter labeled the file comedy gold, went on living my life. Carl, for his part, took up a hobby, standing on the hill at sunrise, staring down Patricia's house like a woolly sentry. I didn't encourage it, but I didn't stop him either. Then came the day everything tipped. I'd just gotten back from town, maybe 3 hours gone for feed and supplies, when I see 2 guys, black polos, plastic badges inside my locked gate, standing in my pasture. One big enough to bench press a goat, wielded a pool noodle like Excalibur, the other skinny, nervous, swatting at my goats with a butterfly net. Mall security cosplay, basically. I parked, tried to keep it light. "Afternoon, fellas. Can I help you?" They spun like kids, caught stealing cookies, puffed out their chests, flashed their little badges. HOA, security official business level, 2 property enforcement. I stared at those badges, fighting. A grin pulled out my phone. "Who let you through my gate?" The skinny one pipes up. "Patricia Kendall, president. Your animals violate standards, must be removed immediately." He twirls the butterfly net for effect, dead serious. "We're authorized to use necessary force." Pool noodle and net. Really? I start recording. See the no trespassing signs. Not for decoration. You're trespassing, and I have every right to defend my property. The heavy guy waves me off. HOA authority don't need your permission. And pokes Carl with the pool noodle. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen a ram when he's annoyed, but Carl's body language went from sunbathing in a meadow to NFL linebacker, pre-snap ears, back legs squared, sizing up this clown. I tried. You might want to step back. But they ignored me. Next thing you know, bam! Carl launches full force 200 pounds of righteous fury colliding with mall cop's shin at highway speed. The scream, let's just say dogs 2 counties over, probably heard it. He goes flying, lands in my compost wheelbarrow. 3 weeks of rotting veggies, chicken manure. The works erupts like a chemical weapon. Skinny guy freezes, eyes huge. Carl's already sizing him up, does a little prance of victory, then charges again, hits him right behind the knees, sends him cartwheeling into the bird bath water everywhere, body cam flailing. What kind of demon sheep is this? I'm laughing so hard I almost forget to keep filming. Both of them start crab crawling across my lawn, trailing compost and bird bath water, moaning, whimpering, trying to outrun Carl, who just goes back to munching grass, totally unbothered. I call 911, try to keep a straight face. Yeah, I'd like to report 2 trespassers. They got hurt by my ram defending himself. Dispatcher's quiet a moment. Then, did you say your ram defended himself? Yes, ma'am, I did. Yes, ma'am, I. Sheriff Davidson rolls up with 2 deputies, sees the disaster size. He's known me since my farrier days, trusts me more than most. I show him the video. He watches, shakes his head, snorts when the heavy guy calls Carl a sheep and jabs him. That's a ram, you idiot, he mutters. He checks the badges, total fakes. Turns out impersonating security is a crime on top of trespassing and attempted livestock theft. When the sheriff asks for details, both guys squeal, Patricia hired us. Gave us the badges, told us HOA rules trump everything. Sheriff's eyebrows hit the ceiling. Patricia Kendall personally hired you. Yup, and the body cam footage catches her voice, giving step-by-step instructions, including just grab the horned one, he's probably tame. Ambulance checks the guy's nothing broken, just egos and some new bruises. Meanwhile, my lawyer, Janet, is practically tap dancing when she sees the footage and the stack of letters. You've got criminal conspiracy, harassment, trespass, by proxy impersonation of authority, slam dunk. She grins. Patricia's security guards, her nephew Bradley and his roommate Thomas. She paid them $200 apiece, made the badges herself. Janet fires off a cease and desist that probably left scorch marks, then calls for an emergency HOA meeting. Word spreads fast. Turns out Patricia's been gunning for everyone. I'm just the first to push back hard. At the board meeting, the whole community packs in. People want blood, or at least a show. Patricia's there trying to act composed, but her hair's frazzled, her sneers more of a grimace. I play the videos every wild second, from fake badges to Carl's heroics to Patricia's voice ordering the break-in. Gasps, laughter, and when Carl launches Bradley into the compost, honest-to-God applause. But then it gets serious. Board members grill Patricia, demand answers. She stammers, claims she was just protecting property values. My lawyer stands up, lays it out. My deed's bulletproof. Patricia broke the law, exposed the HOA to massive liability. The insurance company wants nothing to do with it. The board votes no confidence. Patricia's out, banned from holding any HOA office, and the HOA will fully cooperate with the investigation. End of an era, Patricia dethroned. Outside as the meeting wraps, Patricia gets served legal papers, criminal charges, civil suits in the pipeline, the works. The public works guys ceremonially remove her custom judge's gavel mailbox, a metallic thunk echoing her fall from grace. But the cherry on top. At her sentencing 3 weeks later, the judge gives her 18 months probation, 200 hours of community service with animal welfare, and a $10,000 fine. She loses it for maintaining standards. This is injustice. The gavel drops, and there she goes, still ranting about ornamental pets while being escorted out. So yeah, that's life in Pine Ridge Estates. Sometimes your biggest ally has 4 legs and horns. Sometimes justice shows up in a wheelbarrow full of compost. And sometimes the system actually works out for the little guy. But tell me, what would you have done? Let them walk all over you, or stood your ground? Drop a comment, share your own neighborhood war stories, and let's talk about what real community and real justice ought to look like.